Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for love for the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2022. Now Capricorn, I am certainly not your love guru, but when I used to offer personal readings, I did offer love readings and I got really great feedback on them, so I thought, why not try this out for this year of 2022? So do let me know what you think of this video, but with that in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign for a reading like this for more information. But let's see what we get here for you. Do know that I do not offer personal readings anymore, so if you get a message from someone, they are impersonating me. That's not me. Keep that in mind. And I do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're on view here and see what we have. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Nine of Swords. So this is an energy of somebody who is in the middle of a nightmare, okay? Their sort of internal fears that were present in the Eight of Swords, which is the card that comes before it, are now sort of rendering out here in real time in the Nine of Swords. This is one of the stress cards, okay? It's one of the high stress cards. It's a card indicating maybe anxieties, depressions, worries about something. However, with this Nine of Swords, it does say that you are maybe making a mountain out of a molehill, or you're making something out to be a lot worse than it actually is, because they actually think that these swords are going to come down into them, but they don't actually ever do. All right, the owl also here on the wall is interesting, nocturnal animal. Some of you may be having a hard time staying up late, you know, like you're not sleeping as well. Potentially. And the thing is though, with the owl, now that I'm really thinking about that, you may want to like really perch yourself up and try to see from a higher perspective, see from a higher vision, see the light, see through the dark at this time, like the owl, and ask yourself why you're maybe in this situation that you find yourself in. Is it really worth it? You know, is whatever you're going through right now in terms of your relationship and your love energy actually worth it? That's what I would ask you here at this time with this energy. But overall, you have a nice reading here. You have a really nice reading. So we'll have to see what comes in with that Nine of Swords as we go along. But right away in the middle, you have the Ace of Wands. Now I have to tell you, I do keep my readings PG, but this is a card indicating maybe sexual energies, you know, maybe an encounter with somebody else. And kind of pleasures in life and kind of passionate new beginnings in any area, really. Very strong card with Enterprise, but as it relates to love, it's kind of what I just suggested. Now this can, if you're not feeling that energy that I just talked about, the Ace of Wands can indicate a passionate new beginning with another person, okay? Like maybe you're just both fiery, you're both passionate, you both have interests in things that you get excited about, and all of those sorts of situations. With this Ace of Wands. And so it could mean that some of you are getting a new start here with another person, as you have the Page of Cups. Actually, putting this together here, Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands is an incredibly good row for finding a passionate person who may be even a long-term partner, a long-term union with somebody. And I'll get into more about this row as we go along because it looks really nice. So I'm not sure what's going on with this Nine of Swords. I feel like any sort of breakup has already happened for some of you. Actually, I'm pretty confident if you're here and you're watching this video, I feel like any sort of ending breakup with somebody has happened, and it could mean that it's still lingering here in this year of 2022. And you may want to do what you can to really let go and cut the cord and cut the energy cord with whoever may be leaving you feeling like this Nine of Swords, right? Whatever nightmares you're having about another person, I feel like is the challenge for you, because as you work through that, you'll get this awesome situation. But in the first column, you have the High Priestess, the Page of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So this High Priestess is hidden knowledge coming to the surface, secrets being hidden in relationships. It's also moon energy. And I always do like to say this could be a Pisces as well, as far as I'm concerned. But this is talking about diving deep, trusting your intuition, following your soul, following your intuition, following your inner knowledge, and doing what is best for you. So some of you may intuitively feel like you have a connection with somebody here with this Page of Cups coming in. This is definitely a card I would want to see in a love reading. This is, pages in the tarot are always offers and opportunities or news, and this is the one that would indicate maybe a new relationship being started. It could indicate you finding out, especially as hidden knowledge is coming to the surface here, that somebody is interested in you, okay? You may learn in 2022 that someone has had a crush on you or something along those lines. And that could be happening. There could be, someone coming forward here. You also have this Five of Cups, which is somebody who is sort of sitting in disappointment. The theme in this reading is, look, you need to realize that there are two cups behind you overflowing. There are always more people out there. It's very cliche for me to say this, but there are always more fish in the sea, and there are more witches in the cauldron. Capricorn, all right? And that's what I feel like telling you, because the thing is, you have this person, this really nice situation lining up here with the Page of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. But you have to work through whatever nightmare situation that you're going through at this time. You could even be going through a dark night of the soul here, and it could mean that you're just trying to let go of somebody from the past. In the current situation, you have the the middle column, I should say. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So, this new beginning wanting to manifest, sprout up into existence. But it's possible here that you're also dealing with some other type of news in your life. Page of Swords can indicate disappointing news or news of delay. Actually, what's going on is perhaps you've had to wait a long time for this person to say that they're interested in you. Maybe some of you have been playing the waiting game with somebody, and that's about to change. Yeah, I feel like more so this we'll have to see what cards come in to clarify with these two Five of Cups and the Page of Swords, whether it's disappointing news or it's you playing the waiting game with somebody. I do feel like if you have been playing the waiting game, that's about to change in this year, because we have this nice row in the middle. You also have a Ten of Pentacles card here, which is really nice energy. This is building a legacy. This is family energy, okay? This is all about shared resources, shared finances, things along those lines in a relationship situation, building a family, even money being passed through generations, through an inheritance. But in this case, I do feel like, it's possible that maybe this person is well-to-do, well-off, or both of you are well-to-do, well-off, something like that. You have a nice job, both of you do. But I actually feel like you're looking for, despite the fact that we have this Ace of Wands in the middle, I do feel like some of you are looking for more of a family situation, like a long-term situation if you're single. If you're not single, I feel like maybe you're taking it to the next step with somebody, and that's part of what you want. Now, in the last column here, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and the Strength card. So, this Six of Cups is someone from the past, okay? So just to be clear, I don't feel like this Page of Cups is the Six of Cups person from the past, okay? What I feel like is going on is some of you are really needing to shed somebody from the past. It could be an air sign, but it could be anybody here with this Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords. It could certainly be an air sign. But I also feel like perhaps they were a little bit immature. And I feel like there's some healing to be done for some of you Capricorns out there, especially the single Capricorns who are looking to start something new. I feel like you're going to get something new here with this row in the middle, but you have to really shed this old skin. Okay, this card here, Four of Wands, is the traditional marriage card. It's probably the best card of marriage in the tarot, other than maybe the Hierophant, but you can see here the family is sitting, or they're standing in a ceremony in between the wreaths, and they recently tied the knot, so it's a big sort of message of potential marriage coming in. And along with that, you have this strength card, which is courage, persistence, perseverance, power, and being an extremely courageous person, yeah, in your life, setting boundaries, going for it. So like you have this love being developed here, Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, maybe even ending out the year, or maybe at some point in this year realizing that maybe this is a long-term person, but you also have to shed this situation with this old person. So let's see what else we get here. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think, maybe share this video with a friend. Also really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. I think I might be doing something with my email list in 2022, so yeah. All right, so you have the Shekinah, Sacred Self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Very, syncs very well here with this Strength card. Some of you meeting new people, trying new things, going new places, and doing that because you are living the highest expression of yourself at this time. Love to see this for you in a love reading. You have Lady Nada, heart, awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. Like I said, I'm not getting a great energy from the person you're letting go of. I don't think they were good for you. I can't tell you who's good for you. You have to make that choice. But I just get the sense that you're realizing that they weren't good for you too. You have Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize you have the power. So there's this big message of strength with the Strength card and the Bridget card here. Stepping into your power, Capricorn, in this year. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Okay, so you have weight, opportunity, and communicate clearly. So it's clear to me that you are going to, many of the Capricorns here are going to have an opportunity with somebody here. And I do feel that the energy from this new opportunity that's coming in is very good, very healthy, passionate, good situation, maybe even long-term eventually. I'm not saying right away, but I'm saying eventually. The thing is, you're going to want to start from the beginning. You're going to want to open up a clear channel of communication with this person. No secrets, like the High Priestess, no secrets in this relationship, okay? There may have been secrets hidden in the last relationship that you were in, or something along those lines, where you're gonna want to drop that for this new person that's coming in. Okay, so you have, wow, Hierophant, Knight of Swords, and the Hermit. Some of you have just been disappointed here with this Five of Cups. This Five of Cups is all about sitting in disappointment, as I've said. You've been disappointed about being single for some time or something like that. Maybe you have been, maybe this person I've been talking about the whole time that you've been letting go of, you might have been letting go of them for like a very long time, okay? Like maybe a year, maybe more than a year, multiple years, okay? And I do feel like this energy of being single has left you maybe a little bit down at this time, a little bit melancholy. But there's someone charging in here very quickly, okay? The Knight of Swords, look at all this chaotic energy in this, in the depiction of the Knight of Swords. It talks about something happening very quickly, almost like getting swept off your feet type energy with the Page of Cups. So I'm not going to be a reader that says like someone like your ex is coming back in, because I actually just don't feel like that anyway in this reading. So I don't feel like they're charging back in. I actually feel like somebody else is charging in here. You also have the Hierophant with the High Priestess. Hierophant is the biggest card of marriage, maybe outside the Four of Wands. Okay, so you have the two biggest indicators, as far as I'm concerned, for a marriage situation maybe developing. And if it's not marriage in this year, it's somebody who has long-term potential with you, is what I'm seeing. So you have, yeah, definitely, with the King of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Swords, very nice energy. King of Pentacles is kind of like the opposite of the King of Wands in a relationship situation, where King of Wands may be a little bit, King of Wands has a reputation of being a player, not always, but it does. And the King of Pentacles is the opposite. The King of Pentacles has like the reputation of being dependable, slow and steady. It's the energy of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type deal. And in fact, the King of Pentacles has an issue where they just kind of do the same thing day in, day out, over and over, and they miss out on opportunities. By the way, Capricorn, this could also be just simply referring to you here. with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles as well in this reading. Either you or this other person that's coming in has achieved a high status in their job, okay? One of the two of you or both of you like have a really good thing going in your financial situation, and that's what I see, okay? You may even be like combining forces this year if you guys meet each other. You have this Six of Wands as well. This is somebody who is like being publicly recognized. It's a big victory. It's a big success. And, you know, it could mean that you meet this person in a public setting. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like maybe some of you are joining a group or an organization or something like that. But this is a big yes in a love reading with the Ace of Wands. I feel like there's sparks flying between you and this other person. You have the Page of Swords and the Six of Swords. You're letting go. I do feel like for some reason, so I was saying like I'd be curious to see how we clarified this Five of Cups and this Page of Swords. So what I'm now feeling is like some of you have been in a period of single energy, of being single. Others of you here are sailing away from a Page of Swords type person. Okay, I don't think that there's going to be negative news in this year that derails you, like I maybe suggested in the beginning. Now that we have this clarification, I feel like some of you are going to new places, like maybe you're moving, maybe you're making a change, and I feel like part of that change involves letting go of somebody who has like Page of Swords qualities, which is that like immature sort of energy that I was picking up on. So you have the Seven of Cups. Wow, you have the Knight of Cups and the Devil. So very simply here, this middle row, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, Four of Wands. That's a big signal to me that someone's charging in very quickly, okay? Someone's coming forward, offering their cup out to you, and it is involving you because we have the Devil card here below this. The Devil card is the Capricorn card in the tarot. Now, on another level, as you get that with the Strength card, you really want to recognize that you are worthy of having a healthy relationship with somebody, especially if you've had a negative one in the past. And so I do feel like on one end, this is referring to you as a Capricorn, but on the other end, I also feel like you need to recognize that you are worthy of whatever's coming in here. The Six of Cups with the Seven of Cups, I do feel like, you know, you've been overwhelmed around something that has happened with another person from the past. And I just feel like there's this weird energy around you and this person from the past that's not great, but there's this other energy of someone that's really healthy coming in for you, especially with the two Knights. Two Knights in the tarot, two or more, is always a good sign. It always means that there are lots of events happening, situations taking place for you. And so, yeah. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, so you have community, yeah. Sudden wealth, thoughts, message, official person, and child. Huh, interesting. Okay, so I did with that community card, like I said, some of you are meeting in public or like within a group situation where like maybe you join a class, maybe you switch jobs or you switch careers or you start something, and then that brings more people into your life. Maybe one of those people in that situation is one of this, like the Knight of Cups, or it's this person in the middle row that I feel like you are meeting in a group situation or in a community situation here as you try that out. You also have sudden wealth and thoughts. So some of you, like, absolutely, this either you or this person is well off. Like you, and when I say well off, it could just mean that you've risen up in the ranks in your career. You've achieved a high status in whatever it is that you do. Some of you well-to-do, like in terms of investments or just in a good financial situation maybe. And if not you, it's this other person. Yeah. So yeah, there is clearly a message coming in from this person that you're probably interested in or you become interested in this year that we've been talking about in the middle row. Do they have children? I don't know. Maybe they have there's a child attachment. Maybe you have a child, but it could also mean that this relationship feels like you are reconnecting with what you've always wanted to do as a child. This person may be like somebody that you've always wanted to be with, and it could have that type of energy. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment, and thank you very much for being here. I'll see you in the next video.